Africans try to drag our feet with using all American women and rich all American women support. I need to admit that I'm lower than American. My race is Chinese and I was born in Myanmar. So American will see me that Myanmar. American will see a lot of Myanmar behavior on my body. My Chinese people in Taiwan cannot accept my Myanmar behavior because I have a lot of Myanmar behavior. Excuse me. I know that American will feel the same as my Chinese people in Taiwan too. My Chinese concept, thinking way, and my belief will affect on making amendment for discrimination law. American cannot accept that lower racist Chinese want to involve in American law and American culture. They will see me that I'm the same as Burma, Indian, and African, and want to take advantages on American. American and all need to analyze the amendment and make decision by your own after counting all the loophole that lower races can take advantages on American. I will explain all the loophole that I can take because of the amendment that I made. You do not need to point out to me, and I can even show all the loophole that lower races, even me, I'm lower races too, can take from those amendments. Work for whatever manager you like. American will see that if we allow all races to choose whatever manager they like, lower races will take advantages on that point. Lower races are poor and they will behave like a prostitute and they want to work for quarterback American men only. I am 43 years old and I admit that I want to work for quarterback American men too. But because of those ideas, I will choose only American and Chinese manager only. But I found a solution today. I will write. I found a solution. It is not promise. I want to work for American and Chinese only. The problem is what? American and Chinese are afraid that lower race want spouse relationship, right? It is not ransom. It is not ransom. It is not agreement. I am poor too, but I want to work under American and Chinese only, right? So I can promise only I will find American and Chinese only. But I really want like the coach or the guidance from American and Chinese, right? So I know what they are afraid of. I can give them, I can work and only all American women, all American women. Or for me, I can also work and all American men because I don't eat all American men. I can promise for not eating all American men, right? Not even flirt, hang out like old man girlfriend. So people can see the differences, right? But that kind of promise I give to quarterback, no one will believe me. Am I right? Only that way work on promise that I will not eat old man. right? If you are asking promise from me that I will not eat koala bear, if I give that promise to you, do not believe me. And also, no one will believe me, right? I win. How? African used to say, oh, we are not like this. Trust me. Trust me, we will do that. I'm sick of all those fake. I'm really sick of all those fake lies, whatever it is, etc. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Don't fake, don't lie, don't buy it. I did not buy it. Okay? So American and Chinese manager will be afraid that poor Chinese want to work for them. As long as poor Chinese did not flirt and seduce qualified American men or women rich men, they still can get it. They still can get a normal route. So what did I say? Qualified. Don't expect to work in a qualified. The first promise is don't work in a qualified. So you don't even work in a qualified. But the qualified is your another department manager. Then you don't need to give the promise for that one. Are we all clear for that one? So even if you don't promise, even you promise there is a normal route, he might stay as you out. If you are really pretty, or if you are rich, or you have like really high education, fancy education. Am I right? So that one is like I wrote like kind of like 5 months ago. I got the idea for that one like today. So like that one is like if I got it, I need to work under a quarter bed. They are asking for promise. Then you don't need to give the promise. Okay? But when I say normal route, American have very friendly and treat everyone the same. We all know that Indian and African are using that route. They want friendly and treat everyone the same. According to the law and equally treated, and everyone in the store need to talk, see, treat them the same level with friendly. If they did not do that way, they got discrimination lawsuit. So all American women, all American men, or even all Chinese men cannot escape from poor people who want to work for them. If they hire poor American or Chinese, they can stay breed. But if they hire poor lower races such as Vietnamese, Philippine, Thailand, Myanmar, Middle East, Mexican, Indian, or African, they need to give friendly and equally treated the same level. And lower races wanted more from them. Because we know that they have inferiority and they want more from bottom of your heart to see, treat, talk to them the same level. But if you know it, give it to me. African used to say that kind of word. I mean, it's so gross. Give it to me. Ew. I mean, who will give it to you? Huh? Really? With lawsuit? It's very low life. We all know that no one could do it, and we all are communicating with each other for our paycheck. No one will see lower races the same level. They will treat lower races like the same level because of their paycheck only. We all know that lower races did not get the same level from bottom of upper races' heart. So if I can solve this loophole, I can solve this as a loophole, we can give the human right to the employee that work for whatever manager you like option, right? Okay, Proud. My Proud, Kelly Proud, upper class. In the event of the conflict, discrimination, honest with the American that Kelly is a Chinese and Kelly discrimination is a prostitute for American. So, advantages of the honesty. American can see Kelly discrimination is a prostitute for American. Disadvantages of the honesty. And Kelly idea. Kelly is the same as Middle East, Indian, and African. So a whole cannot escape. And Kelly want my idea to use that in the past and save all the minimum pay to escape from the slave and strip out route, right? What does it mean? So a whole cannot escape, but I want my idea. I means like Kelly. Want to use my idea. To use that in the past and save all that minimum pay to escape from slave and strip out route. Okay? Because of my idea is really good. I don't want to repeat again and again and again and again. Like this is how they want to get a friendship by using their customer service route. So Kelly idea cannot work for lower races. If lower races used to get an American man, it is really a hole. Even I use that idea to choose quarter belt boss, the public can call me a hole. But Kelly will choose the boss that upper races boss only. So like, when you choose, you are choosing like for upper races boss only, right? You didn't intention for quarter belt. You only choose like randomly, maybe old man, old woman, maybe the same age, maybe younger than me, or maybe like older than me. But if you are using like work for only for upper races to choose the quarter belt bosses, then people will bitch you are a hole. Then take it. Sometimes you go for the interview and then you got it. Even like sometimes you already see the owner. The owner is a quarter belt, but you need a job. Go and ask for the job. Right? This is American, right? But like for Chinese community, people will bitch. Oh, don't be shy. You come and ask for the job. And even like American old woman, she will bitch. Kelly, you came inside and ask for the job from my son. Sometimes people are facing difficulty, right? Need paycheck. But you can use that one only when you really need a paycheck. When you have the like really nice job, full-time job, then don't do it. But if you want like second job, but you are asking for you are looking for second job in everywhere, right? Before I got like kind of like, oh, I need a second job. I have the full-time job, but I have a lot of debt, like almost like how many thousand? 30,000 I have debt. So I want to pay in a year or 2 year or 3 year. I don't know. Maybe like for I don't know how many years I need to pay for that $30,000. So I really need 2 jobs. But if I got a full-time job the whole day, how can I get another job at another store? And also like I can only work at the grocery store. So I work at the Maya. I cannot find a job at the Walmart, Target, dollar store. It might be really hard for me to find a job. Oh, so like, then how about go to the mall and find a job? That job is even higher than the grocery store job. Can I get higher? No. Then I want a job, second job at the Champagne Maya. But Champagne Maya store rider is the one I hit on. And also everyone can see that we have like, oh, that kind of relationship, maybe like, or they are like flirt, or maybe like they are hanging out, or maybe like they just like fall in love and without admitting the truth. So in that situation, you also need to take the chances too, right? Take the chance of getting the name of a hole. Otherwise, find a job at another places. But right now, my situation almost homeless. Just go inside and look for a job. Even they bitch. Because you're almost like homeless. You can even, no one get hired. Or if you think like no one get hired, that kind of quarterback will hire you. Are you proud of yourself? Because you are rich or pretty? Or you confidence by yourself that like you are a good woman? For example, African woman, she think herself that she is a very clever and she is faithful and she didn't do flirt. She didn't sleep with a lot of women the same like Chinese. Then she can come into the Chinese restaurant or Chinese store and ask for the job. But that kind of woman is it only for Chinese woman only. Do you want to compete with the Chinese? Do you want to shut down all of your route that you are sleeping with all the guys around? You want to behave like the same like Chinese? So Representative Peter Maya, before you call me a hoe, you need to check your own wife, your sister, and your people, American people. Before you call Chinese, before you call me a hoe, check their route. How many guys they are sleeping? They are flat. Then you can call me a hoe. Not only Representative Maya, also George Gilman, and also all the white American guys, all the African, all the lower races. If you can shut down the route the same like me, then you can call me a hoe. Otherwise, I hate you better like I look down on you. And white guy, I can tell them that like, your people look like a job, you behave like a job, and then you call me a hoe. You can't even shut down your route, the white guy. Don't talk about even like, don't even talk about like the lower races, or the Indian African, or the Middle East. They cannot even shut down their route. How many guys they are flat? Oh, Kelly, don't say like this. In America, we already know that like all American women have bad-minded. They shut down all the route with the American. So they are immigrant. They don't have a guy to flirt around or to mess around. Because of the one, their route are shut down. Because how about their own people? Are they not messing around with their own people? Then don't fight with me, old woman. But Kelly will choose the boss that about racist bosses only. But people cannot call me a hoe until Kelly started to seduce the American men or boss like a slap, stripper, and prostitute. Because of Kelly admit that cannot work for lower races, people will see me that Kelly discriminated to the lower races. Lower races have inferiority and they wanted to sue Kelly as a discriminated to them. They can use lawsuit and sue me. We need to show them that we look down on them and we discriminate to them. If we do not show them clearly, they want to approach us by tricking public that we are very Americanized and we did the discrimination. We American and Chinese are human. Even we are Americanized, we still have classes, right? We still have classes and we can do the class discrimination. The law didn't allow. And do you want my friendship? If you are poor or homeless, like me, do you want friendship from rich or quarterback? Because you can say, you are not supposed to look down on me. We live in America. Americans don't do that way. This is how African used to say it. So we can see the different races and different classes, and we have right to show different races that they are lower than us, and we have right to show the different classes that their classes are lower than us. Okay? Just don't say, oh, we treat everyone equally. Technically right, but not technically for the job promotion customer, right? If you cannot treat, then don't take that kind of position and job. So if they complain, if you cannot take that job, that this is not your problem anymore. This is their problem. They want you to be non-discrimination minded people. They just want to share you to be their friend or your manager. Bad-minded manager push you to the lower rate sizes. We already know that one. This is pretty normal. Okay? The way Kelly is doing are good for our upper races, American and Chinese. We need to train our generation and next generation to save all to escape from loser to the highest, to save all people not to get tricked by discrimination law and equally treated. Kelly know how to use the discrimination law correctly and Kelly allowed lower races to use discrimination law the way they went. Same as right now. Kelly is totally useless. If I allow them to use like whatever they want, the same like right now, we are totally useless. If one understand about the law and the people cannot save all, I should do the suicide and all people citizens in the US are so stupid. And I need to do the suicide. The same like Representative Maya grandmother. I'm sorry, old woman. I mean, like, I'm really mad. I mean, you even like insulted me. I mean, like, your personal hate. You can even see what is happening. Your grandson got a Vietnamese and Brazilian wife, and then you feel insulted. He got a Chinese girlfriend. Why? Chinese girlfriend is a homeless and a whole. I'm really insulted. I mean like how did she feel and she got a hypertension, she got a heart attack and then she died. Maybe like because like I bitch like this way in the public, I cannot get a representative Maya, then that's it already happened, right? I cannot control. I got insulted. So that old woman, even like she died, I need to go to see her grave and like fight with her. Why are you so insane? Because you don't have discrimination minded? Why are you blaming me that like I try to get your grandson? You already give the donation to the Vietnamese and Brazilian wife. Not even like it's a real marriage. You don't die because of that one. Or are they so dumb to give away humanitarian to poor and lower races very cheap because they feel pity for them? I admit that my idea can take advantages on American. So if Americans see that how I can take advantages on that, work for whatever manager you like, they can do prevention. Now employees did not have the option to choose the manager they like. But when they got the interview, they already saw their manager. If they did not like that manager, they will not accept the position. But after they got hired and another department manager want to be their manager too. That is the main problem. Because like even like when you got interview, the African came out and interview you, just interview with him or her. Then don't take the job. But they will write you down. Oh, she did a discrimination because she behaved like she is very rich. Whatever comment you put, it doesn't matter for us. Then even like put like then rehire level. So they don't do that right now. What did they do? They just like, oh, I'm another department manager. Every manager in the store are manager for all employees. Don't you feel shy? This is how lower races behave in the grocery store and every store in the United States. We all know that Indian and African want to be American and Chinese manager. No one can stand for that one, and we are fighting not to work for Indian and African. If we against for not to work for Indian and African, we did not obey the discrimination law. How can we solve the problem? We all know that everyone could choose their own boss at hiring, but all American women see those lower races, especially Chinese, took advantages on American. Because Chinese only want American and Chinese manager only. They might also have the same idea as Chinese. When Chinese choose their manager for American and Chinese manager only, Chinese faces are very innocent and no one blame them. But rich Chinese people are American style and all classes of Myanmar wanted to choose American and Chinese manager only. And the problem started. No one trusted them, and we all know that they wanted to get a job and wanted a chance to be friendly with the American and Chinese. American and Chinese manager are afraid of that. So I made a decision for that one. Chinese rich employee work for Chinese manager only. Do not work for American quarterback manager. Am I right? Because people are afraid, right? American will see Chinese a whole. The same. Myanmar cannot work for American and Chinese manager. They want to work for American and Chinese poor class manager only. They need to work for American and Chinese poor class manager only because like we have class discrimination and race discrimination, right? We didn't allow like lower races, like kind of Myanmar, they work for the rich people. They work in the rich people. So we just give them the poor class of the American and Chinese people for them. So take that job, you got a paycheck, right? Upper class and middle classes are afraid of Myanmar and pride, wanted to seduce them. So if we did not solve the problem saying the truth, we cannot solve the problem. Am I right? So I will give you example. All American women did not want Chinese to shop at the American grocery store because they are afraid of no matter how the Chinese can get the American guy. So they even did not allow Chinese. And do you really think that they will allow lower races to shop at the American grocery store? It is called baiting, right? If you call baiting, the chances to shop at the American store, the lower races got human right. Am I right? But if you want that more, example, African used to say that you need to see, treat, and talk to me the same level from upper races. Upper races already see that lower races are a whole. African will give a nice excuse that if they do not ask from lower upper races, they will not get chances from upper races for their whole life. Technically true, but because of that one, even you ask, just only I'm glad I asked. You won't get anything, but you can force, right? Discrimination law present. They use their human rights on upper races. So I will decide that if upper races, American and Chinese, allow lower races, Indian and African, the way they ask for, we always need to give them a lot of understanding, pithiness, and support. They never see themselves that they are taking advantages on. They are taking advantages on us, and they are doing a whole to us. We need to let them know what they are doing, and we need to tell them that we expect not to act that way from us from now on. The same as manager have their own human right to say not to hire lower races too. Okay, I will continue that one later. I'm going to stop right here.